Hi, I'm Justin, the Poodle guy, and I'm going to show you how to connect Moodle via Zapier to MailChimp. So we're going to go from here, Moodle, to Zapier, out to MailChimp. To do this, you're going to need a Moodle site, and you'll need to have the Poodll Trigger plugin. That's not on the plugins directory or the plugins database. You have to get that from GitHub. Works fine though. You'll need a Zapier account, a MailChimp account, and you'll need a web services token for Moodle. You have to generate that yourself, so you'll need to be a site administrator on your Moodle site. How to do that is listed in this, is described in this support article here at support.poodle.com. So if you just go to support.poodle.com and search for Poodll Trigger, you should be able to do that. Okay, let's go straight in and see how to connect Moodle to MailChimp via Zapier. So what we're going to do is we're going to enroll a user in a Moodle course, and automatically, by enrolling the user in the Moodle course, we're going to create that user in MailChimp and add them to our Poodll Zapier audience. So let's see how we do that. So the first thing is we go to Zapier and we say what we'd like to do. Now, there are many ways to actually get started, but if we just type this in here, we'll see how Zapier allows us to do this. Enroll a Poodll NET user in MailChimp. No. Let's try this again. Add a new user to a MailChimp audience when a user is enrolled in a Poodll NET course. So Poodll NET is actually a Moodle system, and so the activity here on Zapier is called Poodll NET, the application. So you'll need to use that, but it works with your regular Moodle site as well. Okay, so let's have a look at how Zapier has evaluated our request there. It's suggesting that we first create a trigger, which is a new course enrollment in Poodll NET, with an action which is to create an audience in MailChimp. That's not quite right. We actually don't want to add a new audience. We want to add a new subscriber to our MailChimp audience. So here's our audience here. We've already created it, Poodll Zapier. It has no contacts at the moment. So let's just change this a little bit. Add, update a subscriber. Maybe like that. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, so let's try it. Okay, great. So the app is Poodll NET for the trigger, and then the action is MailChimp to add or update a subscriber. And we're going to need to select an account on Poodll NET. So we're going to use this school here, coolschool.poodle.net. You'll choose your Moodle site, whatever that might be. So let's change that. Okay. So you'll need to authenticate when you first do this, and there's more information on how to do that over on Poodle.com's support site. But right now we've chosen to use Cool School, and that's the Moodle site that we're going to connect. And when we get a new course enrollment, we're going to pass that user on to MailChimp. So go continue, test our trigger. Okay. This will test that the connection is good, and it will collect some sample data that we can then use to map to our MailChimp fields when we get the option to do the mapping from one field in Moodle to the field in MailChimp. We'll get to that. Okay, connect MailChimp. Okay, we have to do that. So wait a moment. Okay, great. So we've connected MailChimp to Zapier, and we'll move on to the next screen. So this is where we configure how we actually add that new audience or that new subscriber to the audience. So let's choose the audience here, and we're going to look for the audience we just created here, Poodll Zapier. Great. The subscriber email. So we're going to get that from the information that we got from Moodle when we picked up the most recent course enrollment. So let's click on that. And here is our user, Justin the Poodle guy, which is me. And we're going to get the email address of our user. So where's our email address gone? There's a lot of data in here. Here it is, user email. Okay, woof. What is a new email? I think we'll just leave that blank. I think that's not required. That's probably if we're updating an existing user. Status subscribe, double opt-in. We can choose if we want to have double opt-in or not. Let's just choose false to make life easy for ourselves. Update existing if we have one. Okay, that's fine. I think the rest of that's going to be okay. Or username. Let's make sure we have a first name and a last name. So let's choose Justin as our first name, and last name is the Poodle guy. This will actually test that step. It'll send the most recent user enrollment that we found in the bullets course in Moodle. It's going to send that over to MailChimp, and we'll be able to see if it actually does add that user in our MailChimp audience. So let's do that. So test step. Okay, so a subscriber was sent to MailChimp about 0 seconds ago. All right, that looks like it's worked. So let's go to our MailChimp audience and see if we have a new subscriber, and we do. One email subscriber. Let's go and see who that is. It should be me, Justin the Poodle guy. And there it is, Justin the Poodle guy. Okay, excellent. So let's go back to Zapier. Now what we've created there is not yet live. When we click on publish, then it will start actually passing the new enrollments in Moodle over to our MailChimp course. But there's another step that we need to do before we publish, and that is to ensure that only those users who are enrolled in this course, Bullets Meetings, are the ones that are added to our MailChimp audience. So if we look at this site and we look at my courses, you'll see we have a number of courses and not just the Bullets course, which is this one here. So we only want to add new subscribers in the Bullets course, new enrollments in the Bullets course, to our MailChimp list. So we're going to add what's called a filter into this location here. So click Add Step, and I choose Filter by Zapier. And I can choose the field that we're going to use for the comparison, for the check, and that's the field Course ID. And the condition is exactly matched. So the course ID should exactly match the course ID that I'm going to get now. That's 19. We can see it here, 19. So when a new enrollment comes through, it's going to be, if they're in the Bullets course, then the ID is going to be 19. So let's put 19 here. Okay, and continue. Now in this case, the test data that we used to build this Zap was not from an enrollment in the Bullets course, so the test data will not pass this filter condition. That's to be expected. So let's see what happens. Okay, your Zap would not have continued for this test data. That is expected, so that's good. Continue. And without testing, I think we're just going to publish this. So let's just go through and publish that. Okay, so that is on. So now any new course enrollment in the Bullets meetings is going to be passed on to MailChimp, and they're going to be added as a subscriber in our MailChimp list. So let's do it. Let's enroll a user into the Bullets meetings course. So go to our participants in Moodle, click on Enroll Users, and select user. So let's select Dandy Duck. Okay, just something to the theme here. That's actually not very clear, but that says Dandy Duck. Enroll selected users and cohorts. Okay, so here we have Dandy Duck, mail address dandyduck@poodle.com. Go over to our MailChimp audience, and I'll refresh the page, and hopefully we'll have 2 subscribers. It isn't always instantaneous. Some Zaps, there's a delay of 1 or 2 minutes before it actually the information is passed on. But let's refresh our page and see what happens here. Okay, so that actually has gone through and it was pretty quick. And Dandy Duck, after having been enrolled in Bert's meetings, was added as a subscriber to our MailChimp list. Okay, so that's it. That's how you can build an integration with MailChimp and Moodle using the Poodll NET app on Zapier. So for more information on how to do this, you should visit support.poodle.com and look up Poodll Trigger, which is the Moodle plugin that makes all this work. And you'll see a number of documents and videos that you can use as reference.